Welcome to the Daily Boogie.
I promised you some royal wedding, and I'm a man who keeps his promises. Meghan Markle's royal status and its impact on racism in Britain. Yes, racism is the drinking word of the night, so charge up those glasses. Yeah, thanks to Doc G. Somebody called in. I actually didn't expect anybody to call in. I thought nobody's going to want to talk to this weird foreign devil. And these sarcastic, racist comments. And weird clip playing fetish, but alas, Giovanni, he's a trooper, and he came through. So I'll open up the room, I'll open up the Zoom room again later on, but for now, I promised, like I said, I promised you the royal wedding. So let's find out why the royal wedding is aiding, is helping Britain come together and overcome racism, of all things, believe it or not. See, the thing I love about this, even before we get into it, I just have to put this on the record. The very same people who complain about the largesse of the exceedingly privileged and wealthy, such as the royal family in Britain, the very same people who say that the royal family is like just pissing away taxpayer money, and they are, don't get me wrong. These people piss away, millions of pounds every year just to be part of the royal family. But the same people who decry them for that as being like the upper class privileged rulers are now praising them because one of their children is marrying a quote-unquote mixed race girl and they think that this is progress. So just thought I'd better preface that. So let's check it out, why Meghan Markle, the American darling that every Brit wants to marry, is now going to end racism in Britain. This is going to be good. Then we take it higher.
Brixton, South London, home to the famed Electric Avenue and a cosmopolitan vibe. Like other parts of the British capital, it's succumbing to the inevitable pull of gentrification.
The inevitable pull of gentrification, otherwise known as anti-progress.
But is still the heart of one of Britain's oldest African and Caribbean communities. It was to Brixton that Prince Harry and his soon-to-be bride Meghan Markle came for their first official engagement in the capital as a couple, visiting a co-op aimed at keeping young entrepreneurs local and a youth radio station promoting diversity.
USA Jedi
the Black community took note.
Does Doug know about this? I don't know. I don't know what Doug knows. I'd like to know what Doug knows. If anyone's friendly with Doug, we'll get him to call in. We'll have a chat. He's got some strong opinions. He's very happy about African Americans expressing their opinions. That's one of his positions, and that's good. Maybe we can explore that further and maybe scratch below the surface of first level thinking. So if anyone can get hold of Doug, let him know. The lines are open. Call in. Let's have a chat. Nice cup of coffee and some respectable discourse. And we both like Spike Lee.
Is it because of Meghan being of a mixed-race heritage? They could have gone anywhere else because London is a multicultural place, but Brixton has become the
Thanks
hub.
for joining us.
And for some people, they refer to this as the capital, the black capital.
Everyone is listening.
As a biracial woman marrying into an institution seen by so many as a bastion of white privilege and a symbol of the abuses of colonialism, Meghan Markle has quickly been adopted as a beacon.
Trust the media to suck all the fun out of a royal wedding. Here we have Meghan Markle, American darling, But it's, you know, it's not about love. You know, they say love conquers all. Well, not in this case, Meghan. And it's such that dry British way as well that just makes you think of croquet and like tasteless, horrific looking stews, you know. Like when you come home, you know, if you're a child in Cornwall and you come home, hey, Mum, what's for dinner? You know, oh, it's just this horrific looking stew and cabbage that tastes like nothing. It's like that's what they're turning the royal wedding into. It's not about love anymore. It's about biracial empowerment. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing too that the narrator says. She's marrying into an institution like brimming with white privilege. See, because now because that I'm sorry, I'm going to have to drop a truth bomb on our more progressive friends. White people are the indigenous people of England. I know, right? I know it's offensive. It's offensive, isn't it? Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me I'm a bigot. I may be for dropping these truth bombs, but yes, I'm afraid the white people in England are indigenous to England. Like, that is their homeland, so to speak. That is their Wakanda. So, I mean, I know it sounds strange that the ruling royal family in a country where white people are indigenous to said country is also white. But the glorious little tidbit that I extract from that is white privilege. The royal family embodies white privilege. I mean, it's like all the white people in England are living like the royals. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never been to England and you're white, you should go immediately, because as soon as you get off the plane, there is like a gold-plated horse-drawn carriage that picks you up at the airport. And everybody lives in palaces. Everybody lives in palaces and has a royal guard who do strange little dances to marching band music. All of them, all the white people in England live like the royals do. That's white privilege. That's right. White indigenous, hubba. The indigenous folk of England are white, I'm afraid. I know. I thought evolution. I thought Mother Nature would be more progressive. Like, I assumed that Gaia, the earth god, Mother Nature, would never allow white people to be indigenous to a particular island in, you know, Western Northern Europe. Turns out, Mother Nature, big racist. Big racist. Yeah, we was kings. Exactly. So, the British royal family is now the embodiment of white privilege. Believe it or not. So, like I said, if you're a whitey, head on over to England, get yourself a palace, get yourself a gold-plated horse-drawn cart, and you'll be living the life in no time. I guess because Meghan Markle's quote-unquote biracial, maybe she only gets half a cart. She gets one horse towing half a cart. She gets to stay in the palace, but she only gets to stay in like a granny flat out the back, in a tool shed. But the tool shed also has maids and guards. Okay, so, you know, don't be alarmed. But, you know, she's biracial. She's not 100% white, so therefore she can't enjoy the type of privilege that other members of the royal family and the society as a whole in England enjoy. There are no poor people in England. If you're white, you don't know what it's like to be a member of the royal family. That should have been Bernie Sanders' bumper sticker moment. Whack that onto the back of your Prius. Watch the votes come flooding in.
As a biracial woman marrying into an institution seen by so many as a bastion of white privilege and a symbol of the abuses of colonialism, Meghan Markle has quickly been adopted as a beacon of potential change here.
A beacon of potential change.
By young women of color.
Now all young women of colour want to be princesses, like they didn't want to before. There are no non-white princesses around the world, ladies and gentlemen. There are no monarchies. There are no kingdoms in Africa. Well, there are, but let's not let those facts get in the way of a good yarn.
Freelance writer Georgina Lawton is a self-described Republican with little
Someone in the
time.
chat asking, is this comedy or parody? It's neither. It's truth. It's just the truth. Just the truth. It's just the truth. So much racism in the world. If you didn't see Spike Lee's comments at the beginning of the show, please go back and watch the replay when we're done. Very inspiring stuff.
Time for the monarchy. But the arrival of Markle on the scene has made her pay attention, seeing in it the promise of genuine change.
Harry
Genuine
marrying a
in the royal family.
light-skinned black woman, it won't undo the pain of the past in Britain. It won't undo
Prince Harry marrying a light-skinned black woman. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one before. Let's hear it again.
black women. It won't undo
Of genuine change.
Harry marrying a light-skinned black woman.
A light-skinned black woman. I've got a little treat for you for those who don't remember Prince Harry. I understand my American brothers and sisters may not be up to date with the Royal Watchers, because the Royal Watchers are a seedy bunch. Let me just pull this little gem up for you. This was only, what, maybe 10 years ago. Not even. Let me throw this up for you. Harry the Nazi. Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Harry the Nazi. Are you ready for this? Harry says sorry for Nazi costume. Now he's marrying a biracial woman. All is forgiven. It's no longer a center of white privilege and those evil white English people. Prince Harry has apologized for wearing a swastika armband to a friend's fancy dress party. How dare he? You better go out and marry a half-black girl right now. Harry, you have brought shame upon this house and this institution. You are a disgrace to the crown, and you are an embarrassment to dear old England. I demand that you go to America immediately and find yourself one of these half-caste ladies willing to jump into bed with you. At that moment, we will celebrate it. We will tell all the people that you are no longer a Nazi. You are now reformed, you are progressive, and you are the embodiment and the beacon for future relationships. And together we will end racism, Harry. We will end racism. Oh, thank you, Nana. Thank you, Nana. You know, I was planning on having sex with a number of women in America. No, Harry. No. I just want you to focus on the colored folks. You know those colored folk, they have more colored folks in America than we do over here. So please, Harry, when you're looking for somebody to insert your penis into, make sure she's a little bit tinged. Okay, thank you, darling. Of course, all the tickets are paid for. Very well. Good night, Harry. I look forward to the wedding. I look forward to the wedding. When Britain will be united, thanks to your lovely half-caste lady. Well done, Harry. It read, Prince Harry apologised for any offence and embarrassment he has caused. He realises it was a poor choice of costume. I disagree. Thanks to that costume, the dominoes that were set in place that fell now means he's having regular sex with Meghan Markle. It was obviously a wise decision. He obviously did the right thing. How can you say it was a poor decision? Insert your penis into the tinged woman, Harry. There you go. There you go. Back and forward. Back and forward now, Harry. There you go. There you go. The Board of Deputies of British Jews said the costume was in, quote, bad taste, but they were pleased he had apologised for the incident. See, these things are much easier to gloss over in the UK, have you found out? No rioting, no outrage, really. You know, just an apology saying, well, it was a little bit inappropriate, I believe. And then the British Jews come out and say, yes, poor form. It was in bad taste, but we are pleased that you apologised, young man. It was clearly in bad taste, especially in the run-up to the Holocaust Memorial on the 27th of this month, which the royal family will be taking a leading role in commemorating. The picture was taken at the weekend at a friend's birthday party in Wiltshire, which had a fancy dress theme, colonial and native. David asked if I do this, can I have sex with Meghan? Of course. Of course. Oh, Harry. Oh, Harry. He's an inspiration. There you go, lads. If you're looking for ways to pick up attractive TV stars, whack a swastika onto your arm. I mean, that's white privilege for you. Uh-oh. Darn that white privilege. One day you're a Nazi prince. Next day you're getting yourself a biracial princess.